The Nigeria-South Africa Chamber of Commerce, in its May breakfast meeting, had a robust session on critical issues affecting the economy. It all started with an insight into the Phillips Consulting Quality of Life Survey report on Nigeria.
So we started off with the first question to say, just generally speaking, we asked respondents, which three factors have the greatest impact on the quality of life of Nigerians, just generally from their own view. I'll just zoom in a bit. You had education, employment power, health, security, and food register in that order. And then we then asked each respondent to tell us their own view, so what affects them directly the most. Just a slight twist, so employment now became the first. Again, remember we had responses from the 26 to 45-year-olds, so they're the ones who are really in active employment, and I guess this is some sort of commentary, and the details are in your report, so I won't bore you with that, but employment became the highest with 35.4%. Then education, power retains its strong third position, and then likewise health, security, and then food.
Dr. Ijeoma Nwagwu of the Lagos Business School presented a case for a value-driven education system that guarantees employment in the country.
We are all enthralled that over the past few years, the kind of growth rates we've been experiencing on the continent has been unprecedented. We've been hearing growth rates of 5%, upwards of 5%, while we look at the more industrialized countries, in Europe, for example, France and Germany, Europe's leading economies, recording growth rates of about just 0.5%, just 0.5. So we are in a good place, you'd think. But one thing that worries we in education and all of us who are affected by the education sector and businesses who have to employ people to be productive and make profits is that a lot of this growth is jobless growth. So basically, we're growing, our GDP is high. I mean, Nigeria, for example, is the 26th largest economy in Africa, largest in the world and largest in Africa. But this is not showing in terms of the jobs that are being created. So yes, we're growing, but not growing inclusively. So people are not getting the opportunities they need. And companies, as most employers that you talk to would attest, are not getting the kind of skills and talent they need to drive their businesses.
Power is also critical to the economy. It was an opportunity for Mr. Tunde Gbajumo, CEO of Symbion Power, to identify the gas supply, which is a major issue, and the need for it to be resolved.
So gas supply is the main issue. There are three issues with gas supply. There's the supply itself, the molecules. We're not getting enough molecules. The other issue is the commercial framework of that industry. The tariffs and the commercial frameworks just don't work at the moment. And for that reason, there's no investment going into processing gas, hence supply doesn't come. The bigger issue, which is more difficult to resolve, is the infrastructure. Now, somehow, when we were developing the gas supply infrastructure in Nigeria, we decided that we were going to be bringing gas from the eastern part of the network to the western part of the network. And we had one major trunk, one pipeline, the Escravos-Lagos pipeline system. That pipeline system is often vandalized for so many reasons. One, commercial, people trying to get to the condensate line. Because the gas line and the condensate line are contiguous, they end up disrupting the gas line. That's one reason. The other reason, which is even more strange, is some people just want to disrupt it for no apparent reason. So they the last time I checked, there were 21 IEDs, small bombs, on the line. One incident in 21 different parts. So you now ask yourself, the investment in IEDs, who's really behind this thing? That's the big problem, and that's the big elephant in the room.
As the countdown to another transition begins, power, education, and tackling unemployment will be key issues for the incoming government to address.